Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be doing today is adding fractions with like denominators and simplifying. The first thing that you need to do is just write out the problem. So I have 2/3, 2/9 plus 3/9. Okay, so that's the first thing I need to do. Just write out the problem. Right. So next thing I'm going to do is add the numerators. Right. We don't add or subtract denominators. When we're adding fractions, we only add the numerators, not the denominators. All right. So 2 3/3 is the same thing as 2 plus 3/9. Because remember, we're not adding the denominator, so I'm adding 2/9 plus 3/9. Right. And then I would get 5/9. Now, the last thing that you need to do is simplify, but I'm actually this is already simplified, so my answer is 5/9. All right, that is the simplified. That's the furthest we can reduce it. All right, so recap: when you're adding fractions, you add the numerator, and this is when we have like denominators only, so 9 are the same, right? We never add the denominators, we just add the numerators. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5, so I have 5/9. All right, so what is this showing exactly? What does it mean to add a fraction? Now, what I'm about to show you guys is not actual step. I'm just giving you a visualization of what adding fractions are. So if I have a bar, and I broke that bar, this is one whole, so this represents one whole. All right. Now let's say I broke that bar into 9 parts, okay, because that's my denominator. How many parts make up that whole? If I broke it into 9 equal parts, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so not perfect bar. I can go ahead, if I want to erase it, I'm probably going to butcher this. I'm going to erase that one. All right, so I know it's not perfect, but I have 9 equal parts, okay? So if I have 2/3, so my first fraction is 2/9, okay? So I'm going to shade in 2/9. So 1, 2, that represents 2/9. All right, now I add 3/9 to that bar. I add 3 more parts to it. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 3/9. All right. Well, if I have 5, and then I'm just going to count how many parts I have all together, and I have 5 parts out of 9. And so that's what it means to add a fraction. You're just adding parts and parts. You're adding a part to a part. Sometimes you'll get more than a whole, and you have some extra left over. But in this example, if I add 2/9 plus 3/9, I still don't quite have a whole, and that's what it means to add a fraction. All right. I'm going to give it, guys, an extra example. If you're happy, if you don't need this, go ahead onto the on your own, practice the on your own, and then practice the on your own, and then resume the video when you're ready. So if you would like to do this extra example, go ahead and pause the video. Pause the video, try it out, and then resume once you're ready. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video. All right, welcome back. All right, so first thing I need to do is write the problem. Even though it's there, I'm going to go ahead and write it myself. 4/11 plus 7/11. Okay. All right. Next thing I need to do is add the parts. All right. So solve. So I have part 1. I'm going to say this part 1, part 2. I have 11/11. And then the last part, if you recall, is simplify the answer. And this one I can simplify even more. Because 11/11 equals 1 whole. All right, so 4/11 plus 7/11 equals the same thing as 4 plus 7/11. Notice I did not add the denominator. All right, so if you would like some extra practice, go ahead. If you click on a video, here's a video for you. It's not me, it's somebody else. and then a few extra practice problems. So go ahead and give those a shot if you want to. Once again, that is optional. Okay, go ahead and do the on your own. And once you're finished with the on your own, go ahead and I just want you to pause the video. I'm not going to do a lot of separate videos. So pause the video, go ahead and do the on your own part. And then once you're ready to go over the answers, come back and hit resume. All right, so I kind of gave you guys the answer there. It won't be on your screen, so hopefully you didn't look at that. So number one, so I have 7/15 plus 3/15, so that's 7 plus 3/15, which equals 10/15, okay? And so if you stop there, that's okay, but I can go ahead and keep on, I can simplify that even more, so that would be 10 and 10/15 is my, that would be, so 5 is a common multiple, a common factor, so be, my brain is going blank, 2. So I'm dividing both sides by 5, 2/3, okay? All right, number 2. 5/8 plus 2/8, so it's the same thing as 5 plus 2/8, and that would equal 7/8, and that is actually simplified. I can't do any more. And then the last one, as you can see, 13/22s plus 9/22s is 22/22s, which equals 10/15. Did not mean to give that to you, but there it is. All right. So once again, if you would like more practice, I'm also going to have this link on the website. You can click on it there, or you can go into the next section, which is going to be subtracting fractions with like denominators.